See, this is Boots just before he met Levi, and also whenever something bad happens to Levi. In all other situations it's this. Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat, and today I would like to talk about Boots by Julian Greystoke, retelling of the Puss in Boots fairy tale with a very adorable cover. Levi has been unlucky his whole life, and when he learns how this came to be, he sets out to try and fix it, but he will need somebody who can wield magic to do so. He's accompanied by his newfound friend Boots, a ginger cat with white back legs. Meanwhile, Princess Joanna is fighting shades, shadows that came to life and harass her subjects around the lands the Ogre, the only one left in the kingdom who can use magic, claimed years ago. When she's not fighting those creatures, she's fighting her father on how to deal with the ogre and her decision not to get married. I didn't know this subgenre existed until fairly recently, cozy fantasy and science fiction, where you spend more time with the world building and the characters than the actual plot, and all of the vibes are far more cozy and there's a lot less violence than in your average fantasy book. Say, like Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry falls in this category, I think. It might not be a category in bookshops and libraries yet, but it is its own thing. And I believe this book falls into the subgenre as well, which explains why the pace is a bit slower at points. And if you have no patience for that, that might be a problem for you, but then you wouldn't pick up something that falls under cozy fantasy, I assume. It is also a bit long. I think some parts could have been cut down a little bit, but overall it was just cozy and enjoyable. So on to the positive things. All of the POV characters are likable. In particular, Joanna's struggle against her father's plans for her and society's expectations of her is interesting to follow. She is asexual and aromantic, and while queer relationships and orientations other than straight are widely accepted, with the exception of some religious zealots and idiots, of course, because you find those everywhere, I guess. They are widely accepted, but Joanna's orientation is so at odds with what her father has planned for her that there's quite a bit of conflict in the castle. The best part for me was how well the book captures cat behavior. I will just read you this bit from a fairly early scene. So Boots is sitting on Levi's desk, and because Levi is so unlucky, he has designed a lot of things around him to withstand his bad luck. So his inkwell, his ink pot, is heavier at the bottom, so he has less of a chance to knock it over and spill everything. So Boots is sitting on Levi's desk, and Levi tells him to knock it over, or try and knock it over. The cat eyed the inkwell dubiously, but already had the undeniable feline urge to swat it with a paw and send it skittering across the desk surface. This notion warred with the equally powerful desire never to do as he was told. And it's just like, yeah, that's definitely a cat we're talking about here. Yeah, every chapter from Boots' perspective was adorable, and those were the ones I liked the best too, even though I liked Joanna and Levi as well. Since it's so cozy, you get to see a lot more world building and characterization and character relationships than actual plot maybe. I think we spend more time just hanging out with the characters and learning about the world than actually following the points to defeat the ogre. This is not to say that there's no violence whatsoever in this. They do fight at points, but you know, when you read your average fantasy book, there's a chance that the people you like will die, and the odds are significantly lower in cozy fantasy, so, you know, it's not as bloody as a lot of other things you read in the genre. I've never read the original Puss in Boots, so in my head this story will now be how this fairy tale is supposed to go. I enjoyed the cozy atmosphere, I liked the characters, and as usual, while I wish there would have been more chapters still from the cat's perspective, I liked all of the people we get to follow. So I think it deserves this cat. And look, it looks almost like Boots as well. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what your favorite fairy tale retelling is. Like and subscribe if you want to help this channel out, and I'll be back next week with another video. Bye folks!